weather squarely in the forecast this afternoon in Santa Clara, California at Levi's Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll get this to Eckler. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return is Williams. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Muhammad.
Oh, listen to the Kaiser. Why you shallow, bro?
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Good move by Gurley. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Off play action. Muhammad.
It's a pick. It's a pick. It's a pick. Come on, you know what time it is, man. Let's go. Stop playing, bro.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off the drive. He had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
Send the heater in, boss.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back back to throw. Muhammad.
Oh, shit.
It'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Through an opening.
Come on, man. We're not letting no black QB tear us. Not me. Not no black quarterback. Put the white boy in the game, man.
10.
Not the white yo.
Pick six and a running touchdown.
Low Marlo 4 p.m. Let's get it, man.
So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about
I know black QB, not on me.
How about the excitement that play generates for his team?
Son,
not just
man.
the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tank.
My first defensive play in months.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division.
You got Derrick Henry.
Looking
Come
good,
on, dog. Come on, man.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number
You
one
got
goal
Derrick
is
Henry,
make playoffs.
and he got this.
Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be
Who's
heading
these
into the
blacks,
playoffs,
man?
so that you can drive as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
50 the mic.
On first down, it's Gurley.
Yeah, we should get up in
He'll
there.
be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Taking a shot for Samuel. A 50-50 ball here. It's intercepted.
We need
Picked
that.
off by Tavon
We
Young.
need that,
And
brother.
a big turnover
We
here.
need
His
it,
guys
bro.
will get the
We
football back.
need that.
He's had a fantastic rookie
Tavon Young
season,
is a
made
sick
a lot of
bastard,
lovely
man.
throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
Better be your time to shine, nigga. It's a rain game. It's slop out here.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a very short pick up there across the 15 to the 16. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Good stop. Good stop. Here we go. Pittsburgh. Let's go, Tyler. Let's go right here now.
Oh, no. We gotta go Verdi. We gotta go Verdi, brother. He wilding a little bit.
From the gun, Jackson.
Come on,
Finds
bitch.
right side.
You stupid,
And
bro?
that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too
okay,
good
man.
there.
Whoever's
The
number
contact
22,
popped the ball
I'm
free,
violating
and it's
him.
4th down.
For the end of this game,
Ravens send their
violating
punter
number
out
22.
now. Standing just outside his own goal line. Here's Williams to return.
Strip that ball, guys. Strip that ball out.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic.
Oh, yo.
Do no harm.
Why is Madden playing games, dog? We know what's going on. Why they playing, man?
But thank you, Dr. Davis. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Tighten up.
Looking to throw on second down. Muhammad, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete.
No, Marlon, I would appreciate the third pick out of the nice of you,
third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a fifth right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. To throw on third down, Muhammad.
Yo, Madden, bro. Yo, son, I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, bro. Yo. Yo.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Okay, brother. Okay, man.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check it back.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yo.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Come on, man.
Debo Samuel was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
My man's getting a little used to the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Get that black bastard, man. Get that black bastard. Better get his ass in motion. Better get his ass in motion.
Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Well, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere.
You need to just run the ball, man. We're a running team. I tell that street nigga just tee up, man, put the team on his back, man.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him,
because we saw the forecast
for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson.
You see triangle? Like, bro, you see what I'm about to break this game.
In there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator,
like, throw the ball, so he's wide open. So that's not necessary.
Because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And incomplete.
I'm violating
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
No fumble.
9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, That answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives.
Okay, we just don't want to hit now. All right, we got to throw the tackling and aggressive.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 yards, first down Niners. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Off the play fake, Muhammad.
Better get up out of here, Nick Nelson.
Third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson.
Nick Nelson, you better get up out of there, dogs.
So another interception.
My savages, my savages.
A little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That's how my day would get.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
This air game going, man.
From the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun.
Oh my God, that's luck.
Brown.
I tried to press R1. I hit
quite to the 30.
Yo.
He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Hey, yo.
Second
Y'all see how it came out?
Completion on first down. On second down, Eckler. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Or we go QB draw or make them think it's a QB draw. Go high, low, middle, hit Mark Andrews in the street. What y'all think?
To this point, they could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd.
Is he going to think it's a draw, though? I think he thinks it's a draw. But he's going to play Mark Andrews. I have Gibson underneath. Or Hollywood Brown on it.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. He's going to go. Got a man. It's caught.
Holy shit, we actually made a play. Yo.
Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As the Ravens push further out in front.
That's what Millie would do, so I'm doing the opposite of whatever I would do.
But the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Probably end up getting cooked by this Muslim QB.
This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Get that shit up out of here. Yes, sir. Triple is fired. You know what you do?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Like that, right?
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing
is to remember
that's how you come through. Intercepted for the 4th time today.
That's how you come through on them. Look,
yeah. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the years.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Shelly.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Now he'll escape to his left.
I wasn't going to do that. Shelton Gibson's supposed to fade left, but stuck before, that's why. Because I seen the other CB go with him, so I'm like, okay, we can't do that.
Coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call.
Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
How is he getting off?
Toss this one incomplete. See no options. He throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And an alley to run. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Let's see if this is the one, number 1, nah. I gotta remember which joint got the triple options in it. That's absolutely what we need right here. Yes, sir.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Oh, Tevy, go in, daddy. Go in, daddy. Pause. Yo, what the hell?
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line.
Get me out this game, dog.
No gain there as he kept it himself. Second down.
Crazy, brother.
And one of the things that makes this play so difficult to defend is that it has so many options to it. And the quarterback has to go through them and fast. Do you hand it off inside? Do you keep it yourself? Do you pitch it to a trailing back? On this play, it's hard to say that he made the right decision because that play was swallowed up for no gain.
Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
I don't even know what to run.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Let's see if Mark Andrews is really a savant.
3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense.
I need to see if this CB's going to drop, and I think he's going to drop because I feel like it's going to be a 2. But Dixon might come open across the other way.
Play action. Now Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
I'm trying to dive in the end zone and do that.
All right, brother. And feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline,
right,
the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on.
One day they won't have a matter where you could dive for the pilot.
Good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
Thank you. Oh, my God. He's wide open. Jesus Christ, brother.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Open man is Samuel, complete.
Niggas got greedy there. I can't believe I just did that.
Come on, just before halftime.
Come on, son. You tripping, bro.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Muhammad.
Oh my God, son, get me out of here, bro. Get me out of here, bro. Look at this nonsense, man. Lewis, get in front of me, bro.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the
this son of a...
But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
You know what, man?
Ball on the 42 as they come
Shit
up
like
second
that right
and 10.
there. I don't know how to play this game. It really tells you I don't know how to play.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it.
You really don't know how to play this shit at all.
So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game.
To me, I'm thinking I should be able to get that ball in between both those safeties and catch it with the 97 overall wide receiver getting paid like $20 million a year or some shit.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got 4 picks and we up by 14. We are trash. God damn, bro. Whole team full of dickhead niggas. Niggas can't count.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something
like, I wish Madden was intuitive enough, so like when he do that little juke where he uses his hand to push you over, if somebody came through and just stripped the ball should pop out because he got it up high.
And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Curley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on first down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
2nd and 5. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
Good read, brother.
And he's able to take it across.
We got 5 in
midfield
we
before
trash.
going out of
We don't
bounds.
shit thing.
7
We got
yards
5
there on the first
interceptions,
down.
bro. We're in a tight
So
game.
in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
Got 4 now, 4 now.
Looking to throw. Muhammad.
Good shit,
And this will
TJ.
be incomplete.
Good shit,
Physical
TJ.
play
Good
on
dog,
the
man.
football there, and it's 2nd down.
I don't know how these boys left you in free agency to come back to the game, man. They crazy, man.
It wasn't an
They
interception.
crazy,
Wow.
bro. Baby Jordan out there, man.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Thank you,
Now
Jesus.
throwing
He's about to
on
get
3rd
a
down
blessing
there, but he
coverage right
cannot
there.
connect.
He
So
picked up
coming
a
up
blitz.
empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Listen.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And the Ravens will get it.
Guys, how are we gonna
1st
get
and
this
10
ball
from
to
deep
Artemis
in their
Street,
own
man?
territory.
Have to go straight spell back on it, man. 94 will. I don't call
The
it a lot,
Raven
but when I call
offense
it,
set
that
at the line for
motherfucker
this
big,
next
man.
drive. They were
94.
able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them?
man.
Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a
He's
little
in
respect
5-2,
and some
man. We gotta get
gratitude
5-2.
by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Yeah, let me get some space. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me get a little bit of space.
Mike's by 4. Come on. Keep it up. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's a party now. It's a party now.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson is going to fire one deep over the middle.
Oh, yes,
And
sir.
that's
Yes,
gonna
yes, yes,
wind up
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank
incomplete.
you, God. Thank you, God, bro. We needed that, man. We've been getting baked all game, all season, all year.
However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Watch the fumble coming off the dribble, bro.
So how
Yo,
about
Keys
that
is
for a
trash.
chain
You
mover?
beat
They're
their
all
ass.
the way
Like,
down
I'm hating
inside the
you,
40 now
bastard.
for 1st and 10.
Sucks, bro.
Running on first down.
I love Keys' trash, man. I'm telling you.
Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's
Everybody
used to
in the chat
producing.
like
But with a
Keys,
guy
no,
like
I
him,
said Baggio,
you and
I
I
don't care
both
if
know
he
it just takes a
62
couple of
times,
explosive
he's
touches
cheating,
for him to make an
He
impact
never
on this
killed clean in
game
his
and on the
life.
stat sheet as well.
From the 36, Jackson is going to fire one. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now a man open down the middle of the field. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary.
And this is caught.
That's the best pass in my Madden.
Baltimore. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
I did not expect to win this game at all.
Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones in the first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
He's just disrespecting us, man.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective. That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Muhammad. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. Defensively that time they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They'll run on first down. Street. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Let's go, team.
They'll keep it on the ground. Street, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Just based on the alignment of the defense, Mark Andrews should be able to get behind this cornerback on the right-hand side. He's fading to the sideline. So I should be able to just dump it and doss it over there. You know what I mean?
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And the defense loses it.
I can only see the defense sometimes, bro. This is crazy. I'm trash.
Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
I'm playing in the rain. I'm not doing what I want to do.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Let's go now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field. Yeah,
and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Muhammad. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and
these
football
niggas
players.
is all season again. Washed by bum niggas. Now we playing a top 10 player in the league.
Sack.
And these niggas
he
want to
just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Taking a shot for Samuel. This is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. At this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Lamar ain't even getting off, bro. That's the crazy shit. The defense
come
just
up now
really
on a
stood up.
2nd and long after the hold. Off play action. Muhammad. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. On 1st and 10, Muhammad. Oh, a scramble. He's going to come down.
He's getting dunked on by White.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to cut it back right. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 57 yards on the ground. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal.
Check. Crunch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up third and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Street. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown of the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
You've been getting washed. Hold up. Kansas City's out the league already?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
What happened to Kansas?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when nowhere to go here, he lost the football.
Yo, this game is trash.
Plays like this where the ball comes straight, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because
what was that second motion?
The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30.
It's tough, bro. I'm not even going to hold you. We all been there, man. It's not even a win that I want to gloat about. It's just like the win that we needed, but it was not pretty.
On first down, Street. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll keep it on the ground. Street. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
GG, bro.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Ravens, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.